Wagner. Edwards up on him defensively. 3 seconds on the shot clock. The spin, the pass to Banchero.
As Orlando starts to make a push, it's an answer.
Banchero, nice catch on the feed from Franz.
Stolen by Banchero. He bats it ahead to Franz Wagner. Back to Paolo. That is brilliant.
Joel with Sixers' last 11 points. Banchero, the no-look down to Franz Wagner. Corner three is good.
But rebounded by the Magic.
The loose ball just laying out there.
Carter lobs it. Banchero dunks it. This is his 7th rebound. Paolo with the ball. Into the lane. No-look cut. Franz Wagner slams it in.
Raised everyone. Gets the zone. That's easy pickings for Wagner and Banchero.
His offense, and it has been a struggle for the Heat. Nice behind the back. Banchero for Franz Wagner.
To Banchero. Nice cut. That's what we've missed. Franz Wagner cutting on the baseline.
Long one. Wagner with the dunk.
And Franz Wagner, who's having a very good year, will take it. Finds Banchero flashing open along the end line for the two-hand jam down there in that dunker spot.
Brooks, but great stuff there. And, of course, Tari Eason, I think.
Having a chance, as is Matisse Thybulle. What a pass. Banchero threads the needle to Franz Wagner. Franz Wagner with the great cut, lays it in.
End of the floor suffer when their offense is struggling. Banchero gets inside, an easy score that time for him.
Does have 2 assists. Nice setup from Wagner to Banchero.
Lee waits for a Wagner screen, gets switched on to by Wade. Banchero keeps that dribble, twirls down the lane, dumps off to Wagner. Boy, that was a terrific pass as Wagner lays it in.
Rebounding team that they are. They don't give up a lot of fast break throughs. Here's Banchero. That's good for 3.
It's become a tradition now for the Milwaukee Bucks to see him on the schedule Christmas Day. Franz Wagner with the flush.
Paolo Banchero takes it into the paint. Nice. Franz Wagner.
Well done. Think about how it's been going.
Yeah.
They all of a sudden that ball is two-hand dunk.
Dort trying to chase Wagner. Banchero deep catch, muscles it up, and will bank it in through the defense of Wiggins.
4-point game. Wagner on the switch. Man, too easy again. That was CJ. How do you have Banchero?
Banchero back along with Suggs and Wendell. Almost lost it. Gets it to Franz. 3-point shot. Got it. Franz Wagner now 7 points. Directing traffic. Wants to give it to Paolo.
Yep.
Paolo, great position inside. Over his shoulder. Banked it in.
Paolo reading the game.
Stolen by Franz Wagner. 3-on-1. Franz. Paolo. Bam.
There's Wagner. Great move right there. Here comes Wagner out of backcourt. Now his 4th year from Michigan. Nice cut into the lane. 2-hand slam.
If you turn it over against the Wizards in a live ball situation, they're going the other end quick.
Wagner on the fake. Waits for Gafford.
Pass that basketball. That was a good try. You want to try to make something happen. You get a better shot, though. Always believe you can get a better shot.
Banchero takes the feed inside. Cavs want to keep up the intensity.
Shot no good. Rebounded by Carter.
Get something onto the rim. We were carving up the zone. There we go. Fast break basketball, be okay.
3. We have to attack them like they're attacking us. They're coming right at us all game, and we're settling.
They hit 8 of those over the first quarter as Dillon Brooks falls down. Anthony pulled the chair. Here's Wagner. There's Banchero.
That matchup with Banchero has been a good one tonight. Randall, high shot over Bataze, rebounded by Paolo Banchero. 3-on-3. Nice dish. Wagner finish.
Wagner inside. Good post up by Banchero.
He's guarded by Gafford, 2 former Bulls teammates. Banchero, nice look there. Franz on the cut.
4 points in the paint. Bruce Brown. And taken away by Franz Wagner. Gets it out in a hurry. Banchero. And they've got their largest lead in the timeout for Willie Green. Carter Jr. gave him a look. And that's Wagner with the early run down the court in the 5th inning. Oh no. Banchero gets
It's an easy one in here.
Thomas ran into some traffic, lobbed it to Claxton. The Magic steal it. Banchero with Wagner. Franz with the dunk.
What a pass.
Franz looking for Banchero. Gets it in close and banks it in.
10-6. Boston, 7:35 to go in this first quarter. Banchero, the roll man. Wagner protects himself.
Banchero with a 30-point game, 18 rebounds, and 7 assists.
A lot of young guys that are expected to be here at this level.
Grizzlies club is 24. And for so many of them, their first taste of the postseason here this afternoon as Banchero scores at the rim.
Taze, Wagner's teammate, can get back in the action, and they still could not get back there.
Nice pitch to the post, and then Wagner down the rails to lay it up.
When Franz Wagner picked up his second foul, he's back on the floor now, and Orlando down 8. Banchero for 3, got it. Hits his second 3.
Magic, Corey getting his 9th consecutive start. Franz Wagner, another assist for Banchero.
Banchero gets inside Banchero with a block. The Magic meeting the Celtics with all that size. Inside, and Banchero scores it with a foul.
And couldn't get it to go down. Up to Banchero. Banchero, bucket and one.
Anthony to Carter. Wagner. Banchero backs in against Green. Fall-away jumper.
Fontecchio runs up a lefty hook. No. Tapped outside by the Magic. Controlled by Wagner. Shovels to Banchero for a jam.
Last year averaged 22.5 points per game. Banchero had shredded Zaire Williams off of his back. There's a nice play out of it.
3 games here, though. The Magic won those 3 games here by an average of almost 23 points a game.
Banchero on the drive to the rim.
That's a young player still turnover prone. Banchero looked at Wagner, or rather Carter. Now Wagner gets it from Banchero and puts it in.
Nice.
Wagner, backdoor. 4:20 left. Pass goes into Banchero. Count it, and the foul. Great cut by Wagner. An easy bucket for Franz. They got an easy 2 points off one there. Banchero crashing into somebody. Too strong, too quick.
Franz Wagner searching for contact. He's on the floor. Banchero to the rim. Paolo Banchero.
First half. This is where the Kings defense needs to settle back in.
Mike Brown's going to call timeout.
5-on-4, Banchero late to get up, and it actually benefits them. Intercepted by Wagner. Lob it up, slam it down. Banchero on a rocket attack.
Catch and shoot, no good for 3. Rebounded by Banchero. Fires it to Wagner, reverses it in. Franz Wagner makes it an 11-point game.
Shea takes it up and rolls it off the rim. Banchero to a leaking out Franz Wagner, who dunks it. 2 buckets.
Hoping to allow Paolo Banchero and Franz Wagner space.
Washington just committed their 5th turnover.
Wagner backing in. Franz double team. Throws it over the top to Banchero. 3-point shot. It's good.
Zachary bears in. Nothing there. Wagner to Banchero. He lays it in.
And the rebound taken on the run by third-year man Franz Wagner. Here's Banchero with a 2-hand crusher. Second year.
11 points. Wow, Franz Wagner leaked out.
Was Mr. Nugget. For all of you Nuggets Nation out there that knew that, that's my bad.
And the pass under to Wagner, nobody guarding him, so he lays it in.
He killed the momentum. That shot that Kentavious Caldwell-Pope just hit. That 3-point shot.
It'll be Banchero. Points off the turnover.
Turnover by Ware. Banchero for Wagner. He scores.
Sails it cross court to Wagner. Fakes the 3. Spins to his left and banks it in. Another nifty bit of footwork by
Wagner to Banchero. That's the second time they've hooked up in this first half in transition.
Pick for Wagner. Banchero, long step, reverses it in.
Back in the lineup. Placing Jordan Poole, who's out tonight. Banchero to a cutting Wagner. Excellent execution there. Edwards. We heard that slap upstairs. Wolves not getting back defensively. We're tied.
Yeah, man, he was kind of fiery. You know, because you saw the mule kicks here.
Oh, that's a good decision. That's a business decision. Banchero. Wagner. Good for three.
Here comes Banchero on the push.
Yeah, this is where he's dangerous. These two guys right here, they get into open court. You've got to pick them up.
Banchero sails it over the top to Wagner. Franz chased off the three-point line. Pull-up jumper, a beauty.
That's a great find.
Missed a layup. Here comes Banchero to the hard-driving Wagner. Laurie Joseph back up top. Wagner finds Banchero. Banchero, a contested three is good as the shot clock expires. Very aggressive, but missed this shot. Magic rebound, here they come. Wagner, 2-on-1. Going to take it himself. Tomahawk it in. He and Wagner play a two-man game. Banchero gets in deep, puts it up in, off the glass. Takes a tumble.
Yeah, no doubt.
There's a steal by Banchero. Curry turned it over. Wagner attacking, hooks it in. Here's the timeout.
Moves the basketball. It really benefits Jabari Smith Jr.
That goes down for
Be an exciting competitive team. Miles Bridges took it right to Banchero. That takes guts. Franz Wagner, the nifty
another three. Rebound deflected to Wagner. And to Banchero. He'll pull up, thought about it three. Wagner will let one fly. Good again. Franz Wagner, 2 threes in the quarter.
You've been hanging out way too much. You could just, I don't even have to start the sentence. You started and finished. Banchero now in the mid-range.
Franz getting set to make a move. Crosses over, gets to Banchero, a three-point shot. It's in and out. It tried to come out of there, but